Hey guys, Mystic here. So today we're going to be talking about stats. Now, we had a request from the community to talk about stats, and I think, it's probably warranted given the fact that stats can be a little, they can be a little overwhelming at first. But let's kind of keep this at the high level because we can easily get lost in the weeds when it comes to stats. Now, we're going to take this from the perspective that obviously you're a new player. Now, if you're a level 50 player and you're trying to figure out how best to, gear your character, what type of stats should you focus on, your video is coming. It's just not ready yet because I literally have, I don't know if you can hear it here in my hand, I literally have pages of notes right now about these stats. And for good reason, because they have so many variables to work with in terms of like the content that you're doing, the where you are in your progression, and there's just a bunch of information. So if you're looking for that, this is not your video, but your video is coming. Now, for all of my new players out there, here's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the two basic stats that all the other stats reconcile into. Okay, and if we think about a visual, let's think about like a base layer or foundational layer divided in half. Okay, on one side we have our assault power, or what the game calls assault rating. On the other side we have our support power, or our support rating. Now, let me show you here real quick. So press P to bring up your character screen, and we're going to look at my weapon here. You can see that on my weapon I have 1169 assault rating and 389 support rating. Obviously, because I've taken a weapon in terms of my quest reward, I've chosen a weapon that has more assault power because I'm going to basically be leveling, and for the most part, going to be leveling solo. And much like new players entering the game for the first time or returning, your leveling process, well, your mileage may vary because I will account for the fact that there are some guilds out there that are leveling guilds, and that will be their focus, and that's fantastic. But if you're not able to find one of those, or you want to just be casual and just move through the content on your own, what you're going to want to focus on in terms of the rewards that you get from any quest that you do or from the challenges that you complete is to basically pick up assault rating gear. Okay, if you're able to focus on assault rating gear, your ability to solo the content and do the things you need to do to level up will actually be pretty easy, right? Assault rating, not bad. Now, it's not to say that you can't choose support rating gear, and sometimes, if you want to just hold on to a piece of support gear to try it out, or, kind of put it on, see how tanky you are with the mobs, that's fine. You can do that. Just know it might take a little longer to burn down those mobs because, you lack the DPS output, and rightfully so because you're using support gear. So, as you're leveling up, quest rewards, focus on assault power. Now, let me set the table for our follow-up video about level 50 and stats and things like that. Now, beyond this assault power and support power, we basically have our substats. We have about 17 substats. Yeah, I know. It sounds like a lot of stats for an MMO. And there are quite a few, let me tell you. But, the game helps you out here in this interface by actually categorizing these stats for you. They categorize them into offensive, which actually has 8 substats, and defensive, which has 9 substats. Now, the offensive stats work in conjunction with your assault rating. Okay? Your defensive substats work in conjunction with your support rating. So, from that perspective, not too complicated, right? Base layer foundation, 2 halves, stack 8 substats on top of the assault power or assault rating. On the other side, on the support rating, stack 9 stats on top of that. Now, this is where it'll get more complicated, is in our later video where we talk about your level 50, your a stalker, and your DPS stalker. what exactly should I focus on in terms of my stats. So that video is coming. It's going to require a lot more research and a lot more fleshing out of the numbers, if you will. And I also have to figure out what's the best way to categorize this information for you guys. Is it one video for like an hour on end about stats? Probably not. Is it a video per each class, like a stalker class? Or is it a video per each class and function, like stalker DPS? That's a video. Stalker tank. That's a video. It's probably going to be that approach. So, look forward to that when it does come out. But it's going to take a while. I'm going to have to still do some research and things like that. But circling back to you, new player, assault power, assault power, assault power. That's the selections you want to make. That'll be good for your leveling experience and will help you along the way. Now, let me give a shout out to, let me scroll up here too. Let me give a shout out to Blacklisted Guild. I'm a member of the guild on another character, and I forget which one. I have so many, as you may see from my character screen. But I joined them on one of my alts this morning, and I have to say, I immediately started hitting them up for information about stats. Just trying to get myself reorganized and acclimated to making sure that the information that I was writing down here was actually correct. And they've been nothing but helpful. So I have to say, shout out to Mila Everspring, who you see here. Shout out to the rest of the Blacklisted group. The information that I'm going to compile about the stats and classes is probably going to come through conversations with the members of Blacklisted. So if you're a new player and you want a guild that's going to be helpful, that's going to, going to kind of give you the information that you need to kind of level up or to answer your questions, I have to say, Blacklisted might just be the guild you're looking for. I'm putting all my characters in there, so it's going to take me some time, and I'm going to be having conversations with the various guild members as to how best to, get your stats in order to raid, in order to do world bosses, in order to do dungeons. So that way you guys have at least a little bit of a guidance. But the Blacklisted Guild, they're going to be invaluable in this exercise. So that's where you want to focus on, guys. Assault power, assault power, assault power. You're looking for a good guild. Blacklisted is a guild you should look into. And that's it for now. I think this is my shortest video right now. But I have paperwork that says I have a lot more videos coming. And I hope you guys found this one at least somewhat useful as a new player. Again, if you have questions, comments, please leave them in the comment section of the video. I also stream over at Twitch TV /Mystic813, and I'll put that in the description of the video. So if you want to see some WildStar leveling, you want to stop on by, ask questions, feel free to use that medium as a way to communicate with me the questions you may have. Or if you want to see additional content besides the stat videos that I'm going to be working on, by all means, please let me know. I want to make sure that the information that I'm putting out there is helpful to you guys and meaningful. So any type of feedback is definitely appreciated. Other than that, thanks guys for watching the video. I hope you're having a great time in WildStar. It's a great game. The only thing I ask is that if you're enjoying the game, tell others. Tell others, tell your friends, tell people how good this game is. We can make a difference in this game. We can kind of help the game grow. But it all starts with just, spreading the word. So do that as a favor for me, and I will really appreciate it. Until our next video, guys, I hope you're having fun in WildStar. And I, as always, will see you in-game or on Twitch. Until the next time, guys, have a great day.